Very good evening, children. I am L.K. Tripathi, your SST teacher. Dear children, now we shall start a new video of your history chapter 7. This new video will give us more information about the Indian iron and steel industry. The use of the metal iron had changed the face of civilization in the past. In India, the Iron Age began around the first millennium BC as more and more people used iron to make tools that were used to clear forests and extend cultivation. The art of making steel, which is made by processing iron ore in the way to make it stronger and more ductile, was also known to Indians, and Indian steel was known in many parts of the world for its good quality. However, with the coming of industrially produced cheap steel, the demand for Indian steel, which was mainly made in villages by skilled people, declined. What happened? Industrially produced the cheap steel भारत में आने लगी तो इंडियन स्टील की डिमांड कम हो गई, बहुत हद तक कम हो गई. Which was mainly made in villages by skilled people, declined. जो केवल गांव के कारीगरों के द्वारा बनाई जाती थी वो धीरे धीरे खत्म हो गई. In the first millennium BC, the people used iron axes for clearing forests and iron plowshares for agriculture. Iron smelting was extremely common in India till the end of the 19th century. In Bihar and central India, almost every district had smelters that used local deposits of ore to produce iron to make implements and tools of daily use. Decline of traditional iron smelting in India. Like the craft of Indian textiles, the craft of iron smelting also declined by the mid-19th century. With the British conquest of India, again there were several factors responsible for this decline. A series of British forest laws passed by the mid-19th century in form of forest tax restricted access to forested areas. Through these acts, some forests were declared reserved. No one was allowed to access to these forests. Some forests were declared protected, where only some people were allowed access at particular times. They needed a permit for entry, the time of their entry and departure was specified, and the number of days they could spend in the forest was limited. By the late 19th century, iron and steel was being imported from Britain to India. Factory-made British steel was easily available and cheaper. Thus, the demand for iron produced by local indigenous smelters declined because of tough competition from British steel. Deindustrialization and industrialization. Now, deindustrialization and industrialization took place. What was deindustrialization and industrialization? The decline of the textile and iron industries and many other handicrafts which were produced for large scale trade between India and the rest of the world led to deindustrialization. The term means decline of existing industries as a result of which the artisans and craft people had to return to farming. Many historians believe that because of the colonial policies, both in India as well as in Britain, India suffered from deindustrialization in the 18th and 19th centuries. The manufacture of cotton textiles declined and millions of people were driven back to agriculture, which was not doing too well either. The manufacturing decline led to a decline in international trade, which encouraged greater poverty in India and poverty of the Indian people. The industries that existed in India before the beginning of colonial rule suffered greatly because of colonial policies, and many people were either rendered jobless or were forced to work in modern factories in cities or return to villages. Gradually, held by economic forces and the grit and determination of entrepreneurs, based in India. Modern industry is based on large scale factory system began to be established in India. Many peasants cut off work, weavers and spinners, and others took up work in these modern factories. These were located in the colonial towns. Matter of facts, we shall see later. Was the Indian cotton mills. In the early 1860s, a civil war broke out in the USA and the supply of cotton to Britain from USA fell drastically as cotton plantations run by slave labor in southern USA declined. As a result, there was a sharp increase in India's raw cotton export to Britain. In 1877, Jamsetji Tata established the Impress Mill in Nagpur. Soon more mills were set up in Ahmedabad, Madras, Bengal and Punjab. The cotton mill textile industry became one of the first largely Indian-owned modern industries in India. In this way, we have seen about the development and decline of steel industries, handicrafts. In the next video, we shall discuss much more about that. Till then, goodbye.